No matter how different countries are, there are always several similarities, and today came to share some of the popular beliefs that exist in both countries, India and Brazil. Namaste दोस्तों, आइए जी आपके Brazilian friend आपका स्वागत है to our channel. And without further ado, let's get straight to the point. So, if you like to learn about different cultures, grab your tea, sit, and come talk to me. Brazil and India are very distant and culturally different, but they are certainly linked by the same ancient beliefs that are passed down from generation to generation. And one of those beliefs is the upside down slippers. In some Indian households, it's believed that leaving your flip flops turned upside down will bring bad luck. And in Brazil, this belief it's more drastic and says that in addition of being bad luck, the slippers upside down can your mother. Yeah, that's right. You heard it right. The slippers upside down can make your mother go from this world to a better one. This belief was probably created by our ancestors in an attempt to educate their children to be more organized and not leave their slippers at home in a better way. But now let's move on to another popular belief that is part of several countries: cleaning or sweeping the house after sunset. Cleaning or sweeping the house after sunset is believed to scare off the Hindu goddesses of wealth, Lakshmi. As you know, Lakshmi is associated with prosperity, so sweeping the house at night is associated with the loss of prosperity. And in Brazil, sweeping the house at night it's also associated with the loss of prosperity. And there is a simple logic behind this superstition. In the past, there was no electricity, and most of the people were poor, so it was more practical to have finished all the houseworks in daylight when everything was visible. So, to avoid the risk of breaking anything, sweeping the house during the day was easier. After all, in the past, obtaining certain things were more difficult than today. And obviously, because when you wake up in the next day, if you have everything done, you can start a new day without the necessity to waste time doing the job of the previous day. Now let's move on to another belief that crosses borders and exists in several countries. Black cat is the same thing as bad luck, especially crossing paths with the black cat. A black cat crossing your path is meant to sign that task can be delayed or postponed. Unfortunately, this belief in black cats are so common around the world that they are one of the animals that are most often victims of violence, especially on Friday 13. Here in Brazil, the number of deaths of black cats increased in this day due to ancient beliefs and ritualistic use of this animal. The black cat is an animal very associated with witchcraft and mysticism. Some believe that these beliefs date back to ancient Egypt, but unfortunately, some people still need to understand that these things are not real and the black cat is not a bad animal. But another belief that also goes beyond Indian Brazil is the belief that breaking a mirror brings 7 years of bad luck. According to this superstition, if a mirror breaks, it means 7 years of bad luck, and the curse can only be nullified if one takes the piece outside and burns under the moonlight. Also, if an undisturbed mirror in the house suddenly falls and smashes, it means that there will be soon be a death. Really scary, right? Actually, this one is very popular around the world, but I think nowadays people are not talking that much like in the past. And if you think it's over, I am telling you, it's not. There are still more popular beliefs shared by Brazilians and Indians, and one of those beliefs is taking a bath after the funeral. And I think this is not just in those countries. I think in many parts of the world it's like that because it's not about bad energy, but also be clean. In Bahia, some people take bath after funeral rites, and some people in Brazil, some people believe the energy of death and sadness in funerals stay with us, just like the obsessors. That's why it's important to take showers because water purifies everything. After going to the hospital, in Brazil, we also take a shower because this is not just about bad energy, but also because of bacteria. Some people in Brazil also put a tape in their belly because they think that the bad energy is not going to enter on them. I don't think this makes any sense, but now let's talk about another more interesting superstition. Each palms. Each palms can mean different futures. In my country, some people think that each hand is a sign of money. And according to some Indian superstitions, each palm indicated some energy movements in your palms. The reason for this is the right palm is supposed to be dynamic or active, while the left hand is receptive or inactive. So, when your right palm itches, some people believe that money will come in, but when the left palm itches, it will flow out. I think this time Indians explain it better because in Brazil I never heard the explanation for this. I like it to know. Tell me if you already knew the superstition. I want to say one thing. If you like my content and want to see me producing high quality content about Sanatana Dharma and my life as a Indo-Latina, click in the link in the description and support me on Patreon. With your help, I will invest in a professional camera and microphone, so I'm going to be able to create better content about Sanatana Dharma. So let's grow together, and thank you for your support. When I start to think, some of these superstitions had an educational meaning, such as the sleepers, the funeral, or sweeping the house, and other beliefs had their origins in myths. Learning the origin helps us know whether these superstitions are still useful today or not. But now tell me, have you ever heard one of those beliefs? Do you believe in one of them? If yes, tell me because I want to know. And if you are from another country, tell me if your country also has one of those beliefs. All countries have many superstitions. After all, these beliefs in general have an educational background. So thank you for watching the video. See you in the next video. If you enjoy it, you already know. Subscribe, share, give your like. Firmly